My uncle forced me to do this, and fulfill his desire is fantastic and based on Forbidden Lives story. This story explored the new journey of love. Alexandra hadn't been back to her Uncle James's estate since childhood. She stood at the gate now, clutching her suitcase, feeling the cool evening air of the countryside. Life had taken a hard turn after her father passed, and her mother, though well-meaning, couldn't give Alexandra the support she needed. James, her father's older brother, had offered her a place to stay, insisting she finish her studies without worry. Alexandra, James greeted her as he stepped out of the old mansion, his familiar, gentle eyes softened with warmth. She had always admired him, a respected artist, a man who lived with such quiet grace. He had taught her so much about art, poetry, and beauty as a child, inspiring her in ways she had never forgotten. Seeing him now, Alexandra felt her heart race, touched by an unexpected wave of nostalgia and admiration. As days turned into weeks, Alexandra settled into the tranquil life at the estate. James had a calming presence, and they often spent evenings walking through the gardens or sitting by the fireplace as he shared stories of his travels and poetry readings. He never once pressured her. He only encouraged her to follow her heart, to rediscover the dreams she had once told him about, dreams she thought she had outgrown. His kindness and understanding stirred something deep within her, an emotion she couldn't quite explain. One evening, James handed her a small book, leather-bound and beautifully crafted. "I made this for you," he said, his voice soft. The book was filled with pressed flowers, sketches, and poems, each page more beautiful than the last. As Alexandra flipped through it, she realized that each poem, each image, seemed to echo feelings she had never spoken aloud. She looked up at James, her heart thudding, and caught him watching her with an intensity that left her breathless. "Uncle James," she murmured, not knowing what to say, the confusion and longing evident in her voice. "Alexandra," he said gently, reaching out to hold her hand, "I never intended for this. I only wanted to give you a sense of beauty, a life filled with dreams. But there are things that go beyond words." They sat in silence, their hands entwined, both feeling the weight of something unspoken yet deeply understood. In that moment, Alexandra realized that what lay between them was more than admiration, more than family. It was a love they could never fully acknowledge. In the days that followed, they shared fleeting glances and subtle touches, each one filled with both joy and restraint. Their connection was undeniable, but they both knew it would have to remain a cherished memory, a love too beautiful and too complicated to be expressed.